Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a one brand tutorial using all Urban Decay products. I'm really excited because lately I feel like Urban Decay has been killing it with the complexion products. There's a lot of things I've been really liking a lot. And I am also going to be trying things that I had not put to the test yet, which I'm also very excited about. Without further ado, let's do a full face using Urban Decay. First product we have is primer, and I was so excited about this when I first heard about it. This is the All-Nighter Face Primer Long Wear Foundation Grip. Preps, smooths, and perfects the skin. I have given this a try, I think, twice already. I don't even know what to think about it yet. I'm still kind of like testing it out. Today, I'm gonna wear it only on half of my face just so I can really see the difference of what it does to my face. Because generally when I'm trying things, I put it on all over my face because I'm just like way too excited. But for the testing purposes, we're gonna do it on one side of the face, and I'm choosing right now the worst side of my face. It feels really good. It doesn't feel like silicone-y. It doesn't feel super dry. It doesn't have like an incredibly tacky, sticky base, but it does have like a little something something. It just feels very hydrating, very smoothing. I really like the texture of it. I kind of feel sad putting it on only half of my face. For my foundation, I am of course going to the Naked Skin. This has been one of my favorite foundations, probably of 2019, and it's just amazing. I really like this a lot. I'm mixing the shades 20NN and 30NN. One's too light, one's too dark. The undertones are both off, but I think this color should be fine. I'm gonna go into a sponge. I've been wearing this foundation for a little bit because I've been trying to test like a bunch of different things out lately. It just literally sits on the skin like skin. It's really pretty. It lasts very long. It doesn't really crease or settle into my fine lines or anything. I would say the coverage on this is a pretty like medium to full coverage. I can definitely get it to be a little bit more sheer, or I can get it to be a lot more full. Like right now, I just kind of went over whatever mixture I had, and I don't think I need to go back in and add any more foundation because it's pretty much covered everything I need it to. A little concealer can help. I don't have like a cream contour or like a darker concealer shade in Urban Decay, so we're gonna skip the cream contouring, but we are gonna go into concealer, and I'm so excited because I've not tried this. This is the Stay Naked Concealer, and I got a shade 30NN, and even though the foundation 30NN is a little too dark for me, I noticed that the concealers in conjunction with the foundation colors are lighter, so this should work just fine for me. I've heard amazing things about this concealer. Oh, I can't wait to try it. So I'm gonna apply this underneath my eyes. I think that's a good shade for me. It's a good shade, and it is quite brightening too, but it's not like crazy brightening. It looks really good actually. So far it looks really good under the eyes. I'm gonna like assess my face really quickly and see if I can see a difference in like the texture of my skin versus like primer and no primer. I don't really see a difference if I'm completely honest. Maybe it has to do with like how it wears on the skin and not exactly like what it does to my skin right now. In terms of powders, I have quite a few powders to test out, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So I have the Ultimate Brush Off Loose Set and Go translucent powder. I've given this a try once before, and it's very nice. It's like a very blurring, soft powder. I don't know, it looks gorgeous on the skin. This is really good. And then I recently bought the Stay Naked the Fix powder, and this is supposed to be a little bit more like full coverage powder, and I really love stuff like that. You can use the sponge that it comes with to kind of swipe it onto the skin to just get like a powder foundation. So that's something you can definitely do with that. And then they sent me the All-Nighter Longwear Mattifying Weightless Waterproof Setting Powder, and it's in a compact. I believe it's just one color. This is what it looks like. It's supposed to kind of set your makeup in and make it waterproof. So applying this over my face is going to make it last longer, be waterproof and budge proof, and basically last through the apocalypse. I'm kind of really curious about this, so I might use these two products. I'm going to use this to kind of like set underneath my eyes and lightly dust it over my face, and then I'm going to go in with this with a brush and just really kind of pack it all over just to really lock everything in. So with that said, I really want to try this one too, but I feel like it might just give me a little bit too much right now. I'm starting off with this loose powder first. It has a really interesting packaging where it's like a brush inside. I don't know if I love that. I'm just going to press that underneath my eyes and anywhere I generally crease the most. I'm just gonna target that first. It's a really nice powder. I don't know. I've been really enjoying it. Even though I used it like once, even right now I can tell you like this is a really nice setting powder. I'm wondering if this is gonna give me like a shade to my skin. I don't think so. I think it's kind of like a translucent. It just looks very like beigey. Like it looks darker than my face, but I think it's gonna go on pretty sheer. So I'm gonna go in with like a really dense little kabuki brush here just so we can really pack it in. And then I'm going to just pounce. I don't know how I'm going to understand if this is gonna do anything, but I guess we're going to have to trust the system. I mean, it looks nice on the skin. I'm not noticing like this super powdery look at all. It looks very soft. The one thing I've noticed that Urban Decay doesn't really have very much of is like bronzers, blushes, things like that. I'm pretty sure they got rid of or discontinued their single blushes that came like this. I still have mine. This is my favorite blush ever, and I really hope it's not gone. It's the Afterglow blush in Video. It's like the most beautiful shade. I've had this for too many years. It's very, very old. And then in terms of bronzer, like I know they have like a trio right now of a bronzer, blush, and highlight, like all in one. It doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not very interested in products like that. I like kind of single bronzers and blushes. I don't know why. I don't really go for palettes, but I did find this. This is the Urban Decay Beached bronzer in Sunkissed. It's a little kind of like a reddy tone for me. I don't really use this very often because it's not my favorite bronzer, but it's like all I have from Urban Decay. So I don't even know if this is still available. I'm so sorry if I'm using things that are not available, but Urban Decay, we need some more bronzers and blushes, okay? Like I said, I'm gonna go into this bronzer and I'm taking that my favorite Zoeva 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek. And we are going to bronze the skin. Oh. Actually, it doesn't look half bad. Well, it's going on really nice, and I definitely need some color back into my face. Oh yeah, no, I see it now. It's definitely a lot more of a orangey, beachy summer with the tan skin type of bronzer. I feel like on my fair skin in the middle of winter, it's kind of just a little too orange for me. I actually remembered and found this palette. It's the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette highlighter and blush, and this is what it looks like inside. I'm gonna go into this blush because I think it's the only matte one. These kind of have like a little bit of like a satiny shimmer, and then I'm gonna go into this highlight, which is my favorite highlight. I have the single version of this. It's called Sin. It's beautiful. It was one of my favorite highlights. I'm gonna go into Kiss Off first. We're going to add some pink to the cheeks. Am I crazy, or did that like mix with my bronzer and become very, what's going on? Like this side of my face looks okay, but I don't know what that is. What happened here? Well, that's that. Let's go ahead and get into some highlighter. Maybe highlight will fix everything. So I'm going into Sin, and I'm gonna pop some of that. Ooh, yeah. Love highlighter. Oh yeah, that's a pretty highlight. I like this. I have loved this for ages. Now again, I don't know if they still have like single highlighters. I was at Ulta yesterday and I saw none of the single highlights or the blushes or anything like that, which makes me really sad because they were really bomb and I don't know why they did that. Maybe you can probably find it on their website still, but I don't think they're selling it in stores. I have a bad habit of always sitting on my leg when I'm filming, and then it just Let's get into some brows. I actually really love Urban Decay's brow products, and this is one of my favorites. This is the Brow Endowed Primer in Color. So it's a brow primer, and then you have the tinted side. I love the tinted side so much because it's the perfect tone for me and it really just tints my brows. I use the shade Taupe Trap. I am so running low of this, like it is dried out. I'm gonna see what I can get out of it, which makes me really sad. I also have my other favorite product, which is the Brow Blade, and you have a waterproof pencil and then those kind of like pens, the ink stain. I use the pencil side more, but again, I'm out of the pencil side, and yesterday when I was at Ulta, I wanted to get both of these and they were out of stock of my color. But fret not, I have this product, which is in Taupe Trap, my color. This is the Double Down Brow. It's kind of like a powder set. So I'm gonna use this to fill in my brows, and then I'm gonna see what I can scoop out of this brow tint for my brows. I feel like I said brows a lot. I don't think I've actually used this palette before, so this is gonna be like my first time trying this. Color is right, of course it is, because it is the color I use in this product. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can get any of this brow tint out. Oh, okay, we got something. Okay. Okay. You see a difference in the color of my brows? This has the brow tint and this is without. This just kind of makes it match my hair a lot more. We are moving on to the eyes. I have an abundance of Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes. Like I have a lot because they do have a lot of eyeshadow and eye products. I don't know what I'm gonna use actually. I didn't plan this. I have a lot of palettes in like a bunch of different drawers, but right next to me, the most convenient ones I have are these three. I have the Honey palette, the Heat palette, and the Reloaded. And then we have like the Born to Run palette. Somebody's gonna yell at me for not using the one that they're hoping that I use. Okay guys, I've decided. The winner is the Born to Run palette. Now, before you yell at me, I'm gonna use this because I have not used this in a very long time. We have a little bit of everything in here. Like we can do a lot of different looks with this. I kind of want to do like a really smoky like brown eye. I know I've been doing that a lot lately, but I just really have been into it, and that's what I like. So I'm gonna start off with the shade right here. It's called Riff. I'm gonna place this into my crease. I'm gonna go into a little bit of Baja, which is like a really orange color, and I'm gonna take a very small amount of that and I'm going to add that to my crease, but more like high up. I really want to get that like warmth. Don't worry about like getting too high to the brow bone. I'm gonna go back in and add like a highlight shade, but I just really kind of want this to be blown out. Before I get to my lid, I'm gonna take Baja, which was like that orange color, and I'm going to smudge this on my lower lash line. I want to kind of connect it to my top crease, like just kind of create this connection. What am I saying? I'm going back to Riff, that other brown we used in the crease, and I'm placing that over Baja. For my lids, I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Punk. It's this really deep kind of reddy brown. It looks really rich. So I'm gonna take that on a little shadow brush here, and I'm going to slowly pack this onto my lid. I like it already. I'm gonna go back to that brush that we used for our crease shades earlier on, and I'm going to just windshield wiper that back and forth, making sure everything is blended in together. So since I have different eyelids on both eyes, since this one's a little bit more hooded, I'm gonna go on top of where my eye naturally creases, and I'm gonna add the shadow there. So when you look at me straight on, the amount of darkness I have looking straight ahead is the same, even though we're kind of cheating this eye. And then we can go in and just blend everything out. I'm gonna take a little bit of Punk again, and I'm also going to deepen up the lower lash line. I'm gonna go into the black shade in here. It's called Jet with an angled brush, and I'm ever so slightly going to just add a little bit of this just along the top lash line. This is just gonna intensify the eye a little bit, and I don't want to use any harsh liner. I'm gonna take a little bit of Breakaway, and I'm going to apply this to my brow bone just for a little highlight action. This is not like a super matte shadow, kind of has like a little bit of this like satin glowiness, as you can tell. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm also gonna apply it right in the inner corners of my eyes. I'm taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Torch. It's like this really cool matte orangey brown color, and I'm going to apply this to my waterline. Ooh, that's a cool color. And to finish off my eyes, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and I'm apply a coat or two. This mascara is pretty amazing. Like, look at my lashes. They're really like curled up and beautifully separated and long. Oh my god. For my lips, I'm gonna do like a nude lip. I'm using the Urban Decay lip pencil in Naked and the lipstick in Fuel 2.0, which is a really pretty nude color. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips first. The lip liner is a lot lighter than I was hoping and expecting it to be. I think the lipstick is darker, but oh well. I can't find any of my other Urban Decay lip liners, so this will have to do. All right, this is the finished look. Ooh, one more thing. How can we forget the all-nighter setting spray? And now we're done, and I low-key feel like my makeup is going to stay on my face for a week. Overall, like the big picture, I love this look. It is beautiful. Like everything just flows. The super smoky, like warm eyes, the lip color, the cheeks, everything. It's amazing. If I was going to kind of like pull it apart, like product by product, I think the only two products I did not care for or like was probably the blush and the bronzer. It's just not my favorite. I would choose other ones instead of it, just because I feel like the bronzer is a little too like orange for me, and the blush just, honestly, I feel like it's disappeared already. It didn't really do much for me. The highlighter I love. Like I really like that highlighter. It's been a long time favorite of mine. I can't say that there's anything that I didn't like besides those two things. I loved everything else, and let's assess the situation, shall we? The face looks really good. Like it's locked in there. I literally feel like my face isn't gonna go anywhere no matter how much I rub it. It's not like transferring at all. It looks really good. It's definitely not like a dewy finish. Of course, I've put a lot of waterproof, all-nighter, lock-in-place type of things on my face. You can definitely go in with like a hydrating mist if you feel like you need it, but I think I really like the way it looks right now. I don't have any creasing or settling in any lines. The only lines I have on my face are the natural ones I have because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I actually really did like this concealer a lot just by like first impression. I did get a little bit of fallout from that dark shadow on my under eye, so I'm just gonna ignore that and pretend it's not there. But just overall, it looks very smooth. I have absolutely no creasing underneath my eyes. I really like this loose powder, you guys. I thought I picked up the whole thing. Well, the loose powder I used is really nice. I enjoy that a lot. It just makes your skin look very airbrush and soft. This product is very interesting to me. I have to like try this out more and, I don't know, dunk my face in water and see what happens, or like spritz my face with water and then like do a test, like half and half without. Speaking of half with and without, the all-nighter primer, I don't know if I see a difference in my skin. Like, to be completely honest, both sides of my face look pretty dang identical. Like, I really don't see a difference in my skin. However, maybe it's supposed to just be more a long-term thing on how it wears. Maybe the primer's properties will jump out at me after like the 5-6 hour mark. I'll be like, oh my god, this side of my face looks amazing. We're gonna find out. I'm not necessarily doing like a wear test type of video, but I think I did this in one of my other videos where I will insert a clip at, you know, I don't know how many hours later of just what my face looks like with some notes, and so you guys can see what it looks like. So I am gonna try to wear my makeup as long as I can, just so we can really see if there's a difference in my skin and how everything kind of holds up and wears. But as of right now, I am very happy. I feel really good. I'm not going anywhere. It kind of sucks. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you guys like one brand tutorials. If you want me to do more, let me know, and let me know what brands you guys would like me to do. I have done quite a few in the past. I think I have like a playlist if you guys are interested in other one brand tutorials. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty, Instagram, MAKEUPBYJESI. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so before you go. I'd appreciate it so very much. And also hit that little bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. With all of that said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!